Hey guys, it's the TMI Queen. I don't have any update yet on the house situation. Soon as I do, you guys will be the first to know. Just wanted to get on here and update you on where I'm at with all of my stuff. We're going to go over the 4 factors, which is sleep, water, exercise, and food. And I'll let you know how I'm doing and what I plan to do going forward. So first of all is my sleep. I have been getting really good sleep. Like we're talking 7 to 8 hours a night. Sometimes I even take a nap. It's been great. I've been doing my best to keep my sleep consistent, even on the weekends. So I'm usually in bed by no later than like 10, 11 o'clock, and then up at around 6 a.m. And even on the weekends, which is not the funnest, sometimes I spoil myself and sleep until 7 when I'm being a little crazy. But yeah, that's about what I'm doing. And I do feel a lot more energetic and more focused when I'm sleeping on a more consistent schedule. As far as water goes, not great. I definitely could do a lot better in that department, but I tried something different today just to see if it would help, and I think that it did. My biggest problem is I drink a lot of water in the evening, but not so much at work. And I noticed that I've been drinking more coffee. And what I realized is the reason why was because my coffee has a little stir straw, and I use that to go up underneath my mask and, suck the liquid out. And I was like, well, if I could get like a straw, that would be helpful. Now, we have bottled water at work that I can use at any time. So I got these silicone straws that I had gotten from Grove Collaborative. Not sponsored, by the way, but it was one of my free gifts. I thought, I'll bring it with me to work and try it out. So I put it in the bottle of water, and I ended up going through 2 bottles of water, which I never do. But I don't have to take my mask off the whole time. And we are very strict about our mask policy at work. And so I leave it on pretty much the whole day except when I'm eating lunch. And so it's really hard to constantly have to take it off, take my drink, put it back on. But this way I can just pull it up, pull it out, put the straw up underneath, drink it, pull it back out, and done. And I don't have to constantly try to hook it back over, get my hair pulled out of the thing and all that stuff. So I feel like that's going to be the answer to getting more water intake. Now, as far as exercise goes, since my vaccine, I have not done any exercise at all, and here's why. Unfortunately, I not only had an immune response that lasted 24 hours, but then I had a subsequent inflammation response to the immune response that has lasted 2 weeks. I have had excruciating lower back pain, which is normally when I get sick, it hits my lower back because it's my weakest spot. And so, of course, with my immune system going haywire, trying to figure out this vaccine, all of a sudden I started getting a really bad lower back ache. And it was so bad that I was hunched over. I could hardly walk. I could hardly move without, really severe pain. On top of the constant mild migraine I've had for 2 weeks. Today I actually started feeling better. Actually, yesterday I started feeling better. And I went outside and I raked a big pile of leaves. I've still got one more pile to go and then I'm done. But I got a little bit of activity, so it felt good for a change. But have I gotten on the treadmill? No, because like I said, I barely could walk. So getting on the treadmill was not feasible. But now that I'm starting to feel better, I feel like if I'm not doing some kind of hard labor in the yard, then I will be on the treadmill. This is the time of year when it gets really nice out. So the only time I'm probably going to be on the treadmill is on the days when it rains. Or it's just foul weather in general. But other than that, I can be outside doing a bunch of yard work, which is really good exercise. Not just for my lower body, but for my upper body too. And I've got a lot to do and a lot to catch up on, so yeah. Now, as far as the food goes, I'm back to grocery shopping in person. So my shopping is a lot different now. I can shop a couple days at a time, which means buying more fresh produce is a lot more likely because it's not going to rot. Whatever I plan to have over the next 2 to 3 days, I'm going to buy. And then I can go back and get a second load for the week or even a third load for the week, and it's fine. I am going like late in the evening. I'm not going like as soon as I get off work, which would be more ideal, but I'm still trying to kind of avoid, the general public. And some of that is an anxiety thing after having been quarantined for so long. I now have anxiety around being around people, so that's been kind of weird and different. But I'm back to shopping in person, but I'm going around like 8, 9 o'clock at night so that I don't have to worry about there being a ton of people. Plus, they're doing mass vaccinations at most of the grocery stores that have pharmacies. So there's people lined up out the door. It's just a lot of people. It's just a lot of people. And I would just rather go when there's less people. If I run into a few people, it's fine. But the less people, the better. So I probably won't be like shopping on the weekends necessarily. But if I could shop during the week around 8, 9 o'clock, I think I'll be good. And it's nice and quiet, and I can actually focus on the task at hand and do what I need to do. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting being able to go back shopping. I actually like shed a tear because I was like emotional. I was like, I'm shopping again. This is amazing. Now, it'll be even more amazing is when I get to go back to Dollar General, because if anybody knows anything about me, where some women like Target is their thing, I don't know if you like see a lot of stuff on social media, but women talk about how Target is like their store and they could just spend hours and hours in there. That's me in Dollar General. I don't know why, it just is. And so I'm like so looking forward to when I go to Dollar General for the first time. I was gonna go yesterday, but my dryer once again is acting up. I got a replacement for the one that stopped working. It wasn't heating up or whatever. And so I got a new dryer and it was working great for about a week and a half. And now all of a sudden it keeps tripping the breaker. So my son's friend, who's an electrician, is going to come over and see what's going on. I will be so pissed if the reason why my other dryer quit working was because of the breaker being busted. That'll piss me off because I spent a lot of money on this stupid dryer. I mean, less than I normally would have because I bought it used, but dang it. But anyhow, I'm hoping he can get that fixed, and I've been having some issues with my TV upstairs running. If I leave it on overnight, then it won't work for 2 days. I don't understand, and it's ticking me off, and I'm about ready to get a new TV because I'm just over this one. But I'm trying to save up in case my landlord comes back and tells me he wants to sell the house. I figure that can be something I buy later. But right now, this one will do. I'll make it work somehow, some way. But anyhow, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm busy making lists of things I want to do once the house is mine. I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row for all of that when the time finally comes. If the time finally comes, I desperately need to get my taxes done. I know they have an extension on it, but I'd really like to get it done before the first deadline. But I've just farted around to the last minute as usual. I usually end up doing it like the night before and then like freak out. But I need to get cracking on that. And yeah, that's where I'm at. Hoping that I get my dryer fixed tomorrow so I can actually get some laundry done and get caught up on everything. My house is in pretty good shape. It's not great, but it's pretty good. And now that myself and more of my friends are getting vaccinated, we're planning on doing some get-togethers here pretty soon. So I want to have my house at least looking partially decent so that we can maybe get together at my house once in a while. I don't mind visiting other people's houses, but I got dogs and, you know, they need to go out to the bathroom and stuff like that. And plus, I'm hardly ever home during the week. Like, I just don't want them to be cooped up any more than they have to be. So I would rather people come over here if they're going to do it. I've been invited to a couple of birthday parties, but again, I'm like, if you all aren't vaccinated, I don't feel comfortable coming over. Because they're like, oh, bring your grandkids. And it's like, I mean, that's all fine and good, but they're not vaccinated. So if they pick up something, I'm going to feel really guilty. And I just don't want to live with that. So I don't know. We'll see. But great news. One of my best friends in the world is coming up here for a visit from Florida. She'll be fully vaccinated by the time she gets here, and she's coming up for her birthday. And I took 2 days off of work so that she's going to spend the night here, and we're just going to hang out, have some birthday cake, have a good time. I'm just so excited about that because, you know, I've just been so isolated and not being able to hang out with my friends and not being able to hang out with my family. It's just so nice to start getting back to some kind of normalcy. You know, I spend a lot of time with my grandkids, but, you know, it's my grandkids. I would like to have some adult time. So, it'll be nice being able to see my best friend and hang out, and hopefully at some point also get to hang out with Mr. Robbie at Frecky Fit Wolf, because we've been talking about that for a long time too, but it'll happen when it happens. We'll make it work. But anyhow, I'm going to get off here. I got to let the dogs back in. They're just out going potty while I made my video. But I hope things are going really well for you. I've got some pretty good, exciting videos coming up about my weight loss, and I'm hoping to post more regularly once I get my taxes done. I need to focus because I'm just putting off the inevitable. But once I get that done, then I'll be able to better focus on doing these. But I have a nice video series that I'm super excited to share, and I think it'll be really beneficial to a lot of you. So anyhow, I hope you guys have a wonderful week and a wonderful weigh-in, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.